Are we ready yet? Are we there yet? I can hear you every breath you take.
Every breath you take.
Exactly. Well, ladies first. Now I'm regretting not wearing my jacket.
What?
I said now it's chilly. Then I'm moving.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's try not to get hit and fall and crash on our way to downtown Sanford for Vet Fest.
I can barely understand you.
Oh, okay.
It's because you're so loud that it starts being scratchy.
Whose engine, mine or yours?
Yours, because it's...
Yes!
Oh my god!
Well, you want to get? Do you want to get in front of me? We're taking Markham Woods Road all the way to 46.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, I'll direct you. But I gotta get. This is a better view of for our viewers. Vader Chick's leather gear outfit. Though I'm not sure if the pleather pants are full gear.
It's definitely not full gear.
But you're wearing a jacket at least.
A Michael Kors jacket.
I got a hoodie on.
That looks like a moto jacket.
Yeah. So is it in sport bike school when they the first day they pull you aside, they say, hey, you got to wear these leathers and all these colorful helmets and all this gear and these special boots? Is that what happens?
Why, you go take the class and they tell you that?
Well, I'm asking, when you go to sport bike school, do they pull you aside and say, hey, you got to put on these leathers, these special boots, this, colorful helmet? Because at the Harley school, they don't tell us that.
Oh, well, for my class, I rode a Harley to learn how to ride a bike.
You took the Harley class. Well, if we go back to the MSF class, I remember they said wear long sleeve, right?
Yeah.
Wear a helmet. Wear
closed-toe
jeans and closed-toe shoes or boots.
Yep.
So along the way, somehow, the message got out to Harley riders that it's okay to wear flip-flops and short pants, Hawaiian shirts,
and the turtle shell helmet,
or no helmet. If your state law allows that.
I mean, sunglasses protect your dome, don't they?
Yeah. You're starting to do sport bike things like change lanes quickly.
Yeah, skirt. Bob and weave, boys, bob and weave.
All right. Well, with the Sportster here, it's not really like bob and weave. It's more like, kind of, gradually go to that lane.
Leisurely lean to the left or the right.
Right. It's casual.
It's casual. It's casual. It's casual. It's casual. I'm a bad luck, baby. It's casual. It's casual.
Much like the Harley riders' dress code while riding.
Very much so.
So I know by state law, you have to have eye protection.
Yep.
And that's it. If you have insurance, you're allowed to not wear a helmet in Florida. But if you have no insurance, you have to wear a helmet.
Right.
That's a little known fact, but it is a law. Look at you go.
Whee! I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
No handlebars.
No handlebars.
So I'm curious, why do ADV riders and sport bike riders be more apt to wearing full gear than Harley riders?
Honestly, I feel like it's because we go faster and more likely to crash.
Ah.
We ride a little, or I don't ride douchey, but most sport bike guys do.
Gotcha. So it's like go fast, don't die.
Yeah.
So when I first started riding, I was wearing all the gear all the time in my neighborhood and in the area around my neighborhood. I was staying within a couple miles, the house.
Right.
But, I started riding in late February, and by the time, April, May rolls around in Florida, it's super hot, but I'm still wearing all the gear. I just had a lighter jacket that I wore once it got hotter.
Right.
But it was still hot.
Oh yeah.
But I felt safe wearing the gear because I wasn't confident in my riding ability.
No, 100%.
So I continued to wear the gear. And then something happened this summer, 2 years and 4 months into my riding, it started getting hot again this summer, and I started not wearing the gear.
Yep.
Now, my jeans that I wear jeans that have knee pads, and they have a Kevlar lining, and I have 2 pairs of those. And I wear those because the exhaust and the engine gets hot, and I don't feel that when I wear these jeans.
Yep.
So down below, I'm pretty protected. I typically wear boots, but I also wear Vans a lot in the summer, you know?
Yep.
Sneakers.
Oh yeah.
I like wearing gloves when I ride, so I really don't ride without gloves. That's just a personal preference. And I got different gloves for when it's hot, when it's cold, when it's semi-cold.
Yeah, I started riding with no gear.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went to the Gator Bike Fest. You were wearing just a tank top.
Yep.
I did pick up this cool D30 undershirt by Icon, and I actually bought it, when I started riding, and so I wear that a lot with a motocross type jersey over top.
Uh-huh.
I got one that says the Kenny Quest Show, and I got some other ones.
Oh yeah.
That's great, but when it gets into like July, August in Florida, even that's too hot.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I'm sweating, and it's just uncomfortable. And then when you get off the bike and you're hanging out or whatever, it's super hot.
Yep. Yeah, there's no breeze or nothing.
Yeah, and then I go to Bike Week and I see these guys in flip-flops and, short pants and t-shirts.
Oh yeah. That, and I've seen guys with no shoes on.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so either they're like, what's the deal with those guys? Are they like, what's the deal? I just want to know why it's okay to do that. Do they feel that confident in their riding? Because I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you can ride great, you can balance your bike, you can do every maneuver in your flip-flops, but what if some freaking guy comes out of the side road and runs into you?
I mean, those guys, like, where we go to, like, Daytona and stuff, I think they're just not going very far. And they just want to be comfortable because they're right on the beach, so they don't have to take their sneakers off and stuff like that. But I've seen guys on the highway do that. I'm like, you just want to lose your feet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. No matter how confident you are, I mean, at least wear closed-toe shoes and some kind of helmet.
Right. But I've seen it on I-4. I've seen it on the interstate where the guys are wearing shorts and sandals. Those Tevia dad jeans sandals.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I just, when they go down, they're going to go down for the count.
Yeah.
I was just at camp out last weekend, and we had a rider and his pillion go down. They weren't wearing any gear, no helmets. She was wearing short pants. She got all scraped up. He had no helmet. He got his head banged up, and he, went to the hospital, had to get a neck brace put on. And I was riding to that same camp out, and I got some guy, I'm in the left lane leading the pack, and I got some guy crossing in a car crossing the double line in front of me. But the guy just whizzed past me, with like a couple feet to spare. So does gear not matter? Or just, you're gonna get hit, and oh well, you're gonna get hit. And people don't care. Is that what's going on?
I guess so. That, or you just, I mean, I guess you just want to live life on the edge and say, F it. If today's the day, but I don't know.
We're going straight.
Straight? Okay. Just kidding.
We're never going straight. We're going forward.
Oh, forward.
Yeah, don't go straight. Go forward.
Onward.
But, I get my body, my choice. I guess my body, my choice falls into motorcycles.
Somehow.
And I guess, if someone calls you out and says, hey, man, you're not wearing gear, I guess that would be somebody being like a Karen, right? Getting up in your business.
I mean...
So I'm not going to go up to someone and go, hey, man, what's your thought process? That's why I'm doing this video.
Right. I don't get the thought process. But don't get me wrong, I'll ride around with a t-shirt or tank top. But, you know, I mean, you'll never catch me with flip-flops.
Well, it's like those guys that wear rings and shit, and they have the gloves that have the fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
So they can, you know, I guess wear their rings. I got a newsflash. I was talking to a nurse. They said that when you get in an accident, your body swells up. And that means your fingers are going to swell up. And she said that if they swell up enough, it can cut off your fingers and circulation and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And the paramedics hate them because they have to cut the rings off.
It's either cut the ring off or your finger gets cut off.
Right. I mean, both you and I know somebody that wears rings all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, there's some excuses out there, like it's too hot. You know, I don't want to look that way. I want to look a certain way. I want to look cool. You know, on the Harley, you got to wear your vest. Got to have that Florida man look, I guess.
Yeah, Florida man.
The Dyna Bro look. You know, I know one thing, if I go down without gear on, it's obviously my choice. If I get fatally injured, I have insurance. I have life insurance.
Yeah.
One of the things I promised my family, you know, primarily for my daughter, that if I do get killed, she's going to get paid.
Oh, yeah. But then there's the people that have that and don't have jack squat, and they're taking that chance by not doing it or not putting the gear on.
Yeah, I mean, for $50 to $100, depending on how old you are, but if you're between, you know, 25 and 55, I know the rates, you know, are between $50 and $100 for a decent amount of life insurance. I recommend that anybody that rides has life insurance.
Yeah.
Take a right.
Which way?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Do, and we're good.
They need to invent some kind of cool solutions that allows us to wear the gear or the look that we want to have, but stay fully protected. So I'm thinking somebody needs to invent like a transparent bubble screen that like a force field that protects us. So when deer come out in the middle of the night or during the day or whatever, when deer come out like this, perfect application where a deer can just dart through the road, right?
Yeah.
Or when a car comes out, you know, they just bounce right off us. Or they have bubble shields too, and we just end up being bouncy balls.
Right. It's like those clear balls that you put on the lake that you just spin in. Just put a motorcycle in that.
Exactly. But also, you know, they got jeans with knee pads on them.
Yeah.
I recommend
they make sweatshirts now too.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They got Top Gear that you can hoodies and sweatshirts and stuff.
Yep.
At least when you're riding, you know, you can unzip that real quick. I know my D30 Under Armour from Icon, it's got a zipper, so I can unzip it real quick. I can wear a thin shirt underneath, put that on top.
Yep.
But usually I just unzip that, throw it in my saddlebag. It rolls up tight. Or put it in my swing arm bag on my Sporty.
No, I mean, I don't have the luxury of having a saddlebag. I think that's partially why, like, crotch rockets, they just wear the gear no matter what.
But I'm curious, some of the viewers out there, if they could put in the comments, if you don't wear gear, I'd like to know why, you know, it's that's your choice. I mean, I'm not gonna, there's no shame in it. I just want to know, is it the same as me? It's just you're too hot? But if you live in a place that's not really a hot climate, you know, are you wearing gear? Is it just people in Florida or hot Arizona? Or what do you do out in Iowa? I mean, I know even in Ohio it gets hot and muggy in the summer. So I think it's hot and muggy everywhere in the summer.
Especially here.
Yep.
Yeah, for me at least, that's part of the reason why, like, I'm not necessarily in full gear all the time, because, you know, in the mornings here, like now that it's November, it'll be cold as shit for Florida, and then in the afternoon it's 90 something degrees. I don't want to be wearing a fully padded, souped up, you know, jacket to ride home in while I'm stuck in traffic on the highway.
But there's a saying, you know, dress for the slide, not the ride.
Exactly. I mean, unless you're really that uncomfortable. Then there's like a slight gray area.
We're going right. You probably squeeze through that car right there if you want.
Okie dokie. I cannot see. Now I can see. Ooh, bike lane.
Wrong kind of bike path.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we've hammered this topic to death. So I'm really curious to see what people are going to type in the comments about their gear. You know, for me, it gets too hot. I'm making that decision. And yeah, after 2.5 years of riding, I feel more confident that I'm not going to have a slow speed tip over. But I can't control what's out in front of me or what's coming up behind me. Like that douchebag, you know. If I wasn't paying attention, went over to the left a little bit, maybe, I don't know.
No, I always got worried about being at a light, you know, and somebody just doesn't see you because you're on one side of the road or the other, you know, the lane or the other. And I had a buddy of mine get rear-ended. He's sitting at the light. Person came up 50 miles an hour behind him.
Oh, yep. I constantly look in my mirrors when I'm at a light because I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.
Like when I go to this light right here, I'm going to be off to the left, so there's a lane that I can scuttle through.
Yep.
In case this,
you always got to look for an out.
In case this black car is going to come up behind me at a high rate of speed. So, and look at this guy. He's doing the same thing. He's got like a mile between the other car. But he's talking to somebody.
Yep.
He's not even paying attention.
No.
Hey, what does that say on your on the side of your bike there?
Vader Chick and Arabesh.
Arabesh?
Yeah, from Star Wars.
Oh my God, Star Wars has an alphabet?
Yep.
Leave it to Vader Chick. I love it.
I just hate that I didn't put another sticker over it actually saying Vader Chick, because now it's like, it looks like a kid drew on my bike.
I like it. I mean, it's lets people ask questions.
Yeah, that's true.
Though they're gonna have trouble following. There's one without a helmet on right there. So it's gonna be trouble people following you on the Star Wars social media. Does the Star Wars language have like a social media app or something?
Oh no, I just well, because I made the sticker, I found it online and just downloaded the alphabet. Yeah, there's a like, you know, like a font app, and you just find it under movies.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think people, if they like this video, they're gonna like the next one.
Yep.
Yep, it's you and I going to Leesburg Bike Fest.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yep, so go ahead and click the box right here, and we'll see you at that video on the other side. Thanks for coming along. For Vader Chick, I'm Kenny Quest. See you next time. Say bye, Vader Chick.
Goodbye.
No, you're supposed to say bye, Vader Chick. Like, literally.
Oh, I couldn't hear that. I just heard say bye, Vader. So what am I supposed to say?
It's over. We're on to the next video.
I couldn't hear that part.